Hey all, Zach Mason here. Welcome back. A real quick video on this topic. Most people who have lost confidence in the Dana Coverstone dreams have done so because of one specific time reference at the end of the October dream, of Dana Coverstone's October dream. It said the last thing they saw was a billboard type sign that said Passover 2021, big things coming to the world. Passover 2021, big things coming to the world. And this was after, if you go review the dream, there are other people that have it online, on YouTube. He tells about weeks he saw highlighted in October. October 31st was highlighted. And then a series of events where he saw a dollar bill in the shape of the American flag burning down slowly, meaning hyperinflation. He saw puffed up pastures falling. He saw clowns in suits. He saw a lot of things that are in the news right now. This October. Not saying it is this October. He did not say which year. He wasn't shown which year. It just said October. But that ending, the last thing he really saw was 2021, big things coming to the world. I'm sorry, Passover 2021, big things coming to the world. So most people saw that. I remember at the time I was looking at Passover 2021 and I didn't really see anything clearly happening. And so based on that, many people dismissed it. And I think Coverstone himself may have even lost faith in his own dream because he's removed that and some of the other calendar dreams from his YouTube channel. I don't know if he removed it or if YouTube removed it, but they're not there now. Regardless, I haven't lost faith in those dreams. I know in my spirit that they're true from God, and I've seen parts of them already coming true. But I wanted to just give you an understanding about what I think that actually meant. Okay? Because on one hand, if you read it like this, if you read it because it all has to do with interpretation. God is very tricky with time statements. He never says anything that is untrue or deceptive. He's always true. But with time stamps, he's tricky. He does it in a way that is absolutely correct and true, so that after it happens, you can look back and there'll be nothing untrue, nothing really misleading, all true. But he does it in a way that he knows we will make assumptions about it and think it's going to happen sooner than it is. And he does that so we'll get ready early and not later. But in this case, it's our interpretation, I think, that's wrong. And you say, how could we misinterpret that? Passover 2021, big things coming to the world. Big things were supposed to happen Passover 2021, right? Well, that's if you read it as big things coming to the world in or around Passover 2021. And big things did not come to the world around Passover 2021, so that would seem to be done. However, what if you read it a different way? What if it's two sentences, two statements? Passover 2021, period. Big things coming to the world, period. If you read it that way, you can read it as there are big things coming to the world associated with an October, some October in the future. There are big things coming to the world. And Passover 2021 is a hint, is a clue as to what those might be. That's a different way to read it that I would say is legitimate, a legitimate interpretation. Because this is the October dream after all. So one would presume that the big things coming to the world have to do with an October, yet Passover is never in October. So perhaps that was just a clue. Well, what did happen Passover 2021? Well, a few weeks before Passover 2021, the International Criminal Court in Europe opened investigations into Israel for war crimes against Hamas and Palestinians. Then Passover came exactly pretty much 1 week after 1 week after Passover was finished, a crisis began to unfold between Israel and Hamas. 1 week after Passover, Israeli police allegedly went into the Al-Aqsa Mosque and cut their loudspeaker cables. I'm sure they were screaming their prayers at top volume on the speakers. They do that in Israel to intimidate. A couple days later, they started, young youth on the Temple Mount started attacking Orthodox Jews. There was evidence of that, and exactly 40 days after Passover ended, the crisis, a crisis between Hamas and Israel erupted with much violence for a couple weeks, I believe. Let me see if I can look. I forgot to get the dates here. Yeah, it started on May 6th, and I think around, the 2020 on 21st. So pretty much 2 weeks. 2 weeks of violence between Israel and Hamas. The typical fighting, missiles, rockets, all that kind of stuff. So it was bad enough that there's a Wikipedia article about it called the 2021 Israel-Palestine Crisis. So this was a precursor to the Hamas war, the Hamas invasion that started last October 7th. And this October, that war is continuing. And we're hearing all these rumors about how Israel supposedly is about to destroy Iranian nuclear sites, oil depots, things like that. So my interpretation of that is that Passover 2021 was a clue saying, look for what's happening internationally around Passover 2021, and then amplify it, and that's going to be the big things coming to the world in some October in the future. I think that's what it was telling us, and if so, it's being fulfilled. So anyways, I wanted to share that interpretation with you because I know some of you have asked questions about that, and you thought that was an obstacle. You thought that was something that disproved his dreams, but I don't believe so. I believe often it's just our interpretation. I hope that was helpful, and you guys have a great day.